Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can get more wins in Fortnite, specifically how you guys can get a win streak here in Season 7. There's a lot of things different that you need to do in Season 7 as opposed to Season 6 and opposed to Season 5. So I'm going to be going over the things that you guys need to know when it comes to winning multiple games in a row, or even winning any games at all here in Season 7. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys have not already, make sure you guys add me on Snapchat. I am very active on there. I post a ton, so you definitely don't want to miss out. So make sure you guys add me on Snapchat. And alright guys, let's go into the video. Alright, so here in this gameplay, it is a 15 kill gameplay. I had a really sick kill at the very end. I killed 2 guys out of 1 plane with a deagle. It was a really sick shot, so make sure you guys see that clip. It is absolutely insane. It's towards the end of the video. But to start off, I want to be talking about how you guys can get a win streak here in Season 7. And I've had a few win streaks and I've had a few losing streaks, and I learned a lot from both of them. Because I do believe you learn a lot from losing as well as winning. Because when you're winning, you're doing things right, but when you're losing, you are doing things wrong. And if you keep doing the wrong things, you're going to keep losing games. So in order to get a win streak, you have to be doing the right things and making the right plays game after game, and you have to get consistent at it. So with Fortnite, one thing that they do in the game is they change it up a ton. They usually have a big update every few weeks or so, and they just constantly keep checking up the game, whether it's adding weapon buffs, weapon nerfs, maybe they buff the pump, or just adding new things in the game that makes it different, like the turrets. They added in the planes, the sword. So there's a lot of things different every single time you load up Fortnite. So they're constantly making updates, they're constantly changing the game. So with that being said, you have to change up your playstyle based on the way, or based on the things that are in the game, because you can't play the same. You can't play the same against a normal player versus a player with a sword. You have to play very, very different. So basically, you're gonna have to adapt to different things in the game, and you're gonna have to find a way to outplay those type of things. And a lot of times, without playing, maybe don't even challenge at all. So I'm going to be talking about different ways when it comes to people with planes, swords, or anything in Season 7 that can be a bit of a problem when it comes to winning. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the sword in Fortnite. And in my personal opinion, I've used it a few times, and for me, I glitch with it every single time. I had one time where I died of fall damage, because when you press the left trigger down, and you basically fling yourself forward with the sword, and I flung myself, and then I got glitched, and then I died of fall damage, something really dumb like that. But you know, it's whatever. So I keep trying the sword, and I keep having this glitch where I press the shoot button one time, and it would constantly keep swinging my sword when I only try to swing it once. And when I'm doing that, I'm getting lasered from every angle. And I had one time where I built up knowing that if I just pressed the left trigger, I was gonna fly myself forward and take 0 fall damage. And as soon as I shot on my ramp, I got into the glitch where I kept swinging, so I couldn't catch myself, and I died of fall damage. But honestly, the sword is so overpowered. I can get so many kills with it very, very quickly, but just that one glitch really messes it up for me. If it wasn't for the glitch, I mean, I could be dropping 15 kills a game with the sword, no problem. I guarantee it's so overpowered. But with the sword, with that being said, when it comes to the sword in game, when I go against players with the sword, first off, I try to avoid people with the sword as much as possible, because when they have the sword, they have 400 HP, and the weapons that do the most damage are shotguns and snipers, and hitting a sniper on one of those guys is going to be nearly impossible, because they're moving so quick, they're moving all different directions. And with the shotgun, you have to be point blank with the shotgun to do as much damage. If you want to get that 100 damage shot, you're going to have to be point blank, and you don't want to be point blank when it comes to someone with the sword, because they can hit 75 hit, they can hit multiple hits, and they have a little bit of range on it when it comes to their swinging distance. So you don't want to be closer. So for me, I would try to stay as far away as possible from the people with the sword. But say you do get in a situation where you have to fight them, because they are faster and they can go very, very quickly, so it's going to be very hard to juke them out or outrun them. So in duo game, you can really have one teammate pretty much just build and try to protect yourself, maybe get a few shots here and there, and have your other teammate be the focus point where you try to laser the guy. And in solos, it's a lot more difficult. In solos, you really try to have to keep your distance from them, and you basically, the best situation possible is you can get AR shots, or maybe they miss a couple shots, just try to build up, take a shot, build up, take a shot. And it kind of is really, really costly to your math, but it's the only way to do it. There really isn't too many outplays or counters to the sword. So the best thing to do is just not shoot at them at all if they have the sword, because as soon as they see you and you shoot at them, they're going to be chasing after you. So if they don't see you, just try not to take any shots and maybe go the other direction and try to find more people to find. Or if they're in a third party situation, that would be a good time to challenge that. And when it comes to the planes in Fortnite, I want to talk about a little bit about the planes. So the planes are a new addition in Season 7, and I definitely had to change up my playstyle a little bit. The first few days when they come out with these updates, I play like absolute garbage because I'm trying to figure out the best way to use it and the best way to play, and just different counters when other people use it against me. So when it comes to fighting the planes, there really is a few things you can do. And if you have another team on you or any team nearby that you might think they might be there, I would not recommend shooting at the plane at all, because if you shoot at the plane, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be coming right for you trying to get a kill. So you don't want to shoot at the plane, because once you shoot at the plane, just know they're going to try to come for you. But if there's no one nearby and you're pretty sure there's no one else is going to come, then you might as well just go for the plane, try to take those people out, just try to do as much damage as you can to their plane. Try to knock them out of the sky, because a lot of players don't jump out of their plane. So if you want to get them out of the plane, you're going to have to shoot it down. And any guns like Scars, any type of ARs are the best way to do it, because they're going to do the most amount of damage from that range. So when you're by yourself, you don't think anybody else is around, then maybe you could take that risk to avoid the plane. And one thing you can do when the plane is coming towards you, the best way to do it, the best way to counter is not to shoot at the plane at all. The best way to do it is just completely just try to run out the way. Get out of the plane's way, because once you try to fight that plane, there's going to be no mercy. You're going to get shot up left and right by the plane. So the best way to take it out really is just AR spam it, and when it comes towards you, just try to move out the way. Don't worry about getting any tags on them or the pilot when they're coming down. Just try to get out of the way, and once they go back up, that's when you want to pull out an AR again. Maybe you can get them in like 2 or 3 tries. It really wouldn't take that many times for them to go around before they realize that their plane's going to get shot up. And once the plane blows up, they actually do take a little bit of damage. I think they take like 25 or 30 damage total. So when the plane breaks, they do take a little bit of health, and that's just something to know when you're using the plane as well. And when I use the plane, for me personally, I play very aggressive with the plane. And one thing you can do, if you want to do the most amount of damage possible flying into someone, just to keep in mind, the higher you go, the more speed you're going to have when you're coming down, and the more speed you have, the more damage you're going to do. So if you start all the way up and you come down really, really fast on another player, you can honestly knock them all the way across. You know, they could die to fall damage, you could do 70 damage, 60 damage, and if you come in from a little bit slower angle, maybe you could do like 30, 40 damage. But if you hit a guy with a plane, you're going to be doing a good amount of damage. But the higher you come from and the faster you hit them, the more damage and the further you're going to fling them. The thing I do with the planes, the thing that works best for me, is when I see somebody, and it works best if they're fighting, but if once I see somebody, I come down and I use the turrets on my plane. I try to do the most amount of damage as I can as possible. So I'll use the turrets coming straight at them, and as I'm coming towards them, I'm going to try to hit them with my plane as well. So I'm going to do damage from that, and so I'm going to be doing twice as much damage. I'm taking a little bit of their shield from the turrets, and then I'm going to be taking away a little bit of their health when I actually hit them with the plane. And if I don't do any damage, or if I do very little damage, typically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to circle around and then try to do it again. But if I get a good amount of damage hits, maybe do 60 damage, 9 damage, or however much damage I do, if I hit them for a ton of damage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly towards them, shoot at them, hit them with my plane, and then immediately jump out of my plane. And once I jump out of my plane, a lot of players, what they do is they still focused on the plane. They don't even know, they didn't even recognize you jump out, so they're going to be still shooting at the plane, trying to figure out where you are. And once you come down, you pretty much have one free shot before they realize where you are. If you do a ton of damage to them, they're already going to be panicking, and you're going to be able to finish off that player very, very easily. And also, another thing to keep in mind with the planes, the higher up you go with the plane, the harder it is for someone to hit you with the plane. Because once you're almost at that max height level, it's very, very difficult for someone to get tags on your plane with bloom and just how far away it is. So the more distance you put in between the plane and another player, the harder it is for them to hit your plane. So once you're coming up from that high angle and you're coming in to go for like a quick knock or just try to get some damage on them, it's going to be very difficult for them to get any tags at all. If you go straight down, you tag them, and then you go straight up, they might get a few tags on your plane, but they're not going to be able to destroy your plane in 1 or 2 goes. And one last thing, when it comes to winning multiple games in a row, if you win like 2 or 3 games in a row, just keep doing the things that you did in the previous games, like keep landing at the exact same location, even if it's like a hot drop, tilted towers. Whatever is working. So if you keep getting a lot of kills doing a certain thing, if you keep winning games doing a certain thing, then you want to keep on doing that thing, Because if you change anything up, a lot of times it's going to mess you up and you're not going to be able to win as many games. Because if you're constantly switching your loadout, you're constantly changing landing locations, you're probably not going to be able to get a lot of wins consistently in a row. And with that being said, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you guys get more wins in Fortnite or get that win streak. If you could, drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.